let's add the hinge to the album. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove these 2 pieces of 6mm tape. Their job is now done. They were there to make sure that the gap was wide enough, and they're also going to stick to the back of this, so there's going to be a double tape over there. What I now want you to do is just measure and find the center. You're going to have approximately 1/8 of an inch, which is not big, top and bottom. Okay, we have got 3 hinges, so center there, we've got 3 hinges. The middle one is the middle of our hinge, right? Little piggy in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is only the 2 pieces mark gusset. I'm going to remove the tape, just those 2. I'm going to pop it down, and then I've got a little bit of time to wiggle and get these in place. So I'm going to line up the middle of this with the middle of that, and I'm going to check my levels at the bottom, check my levels at the top. I've got about 1/8 of an inch on either side, and when I've done that and I'm happy, I can stick this down. My hinge is now stuck to my album. It's not going anywhere. What I can do now is remove the tape from first one side. I honestly thought this was a lighter cream, like just an off-white, but clearly I was mistaken and it's a bit more creamy. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. We're going to pop that down. I'm going to turn this around and do exactly the same. My hinge is now in place, and I can come in. I can very carefully crack the spine. You might want to do your outer cover now, and the reason you might want to do it now before you even crack the spine was that when you crack the spine, you're then doing the whole cracking of the spine thing. So I can show you how it's done. Let me just get my sheet of paper that I've chosen for here. Okay, so I've removed the barcode strip. So this is NTPHO002, and I've removed that. And now I have just cut down to there. I'm going to pop this back on. It's not ideal having to move it off. I'm going to cut just as far. Whoops. I want this little piece sticking off the album. So you could use your ruler. Okay, so I've just trimmed that so it sticks out. And what I'm going to do, I'm just having a look on the back, but I think what I'm going to do is just reinforce it, because otherwise sticking off, it's going to bend. So I'm just going to cut a couple of sheets of this piece that I've cut off, a couple of pieces. And I'm just sticking it on in line with where I'm going to cut off. that makes sense. Probably should have let it dry a bit longer. Yeah, definitely needs to dry a bit longer. Probably should have used the art glitter glue. Yeah, it's not dry. I suppose you get what you pay for with glue. The art glitter glue is absolutely incredible. It dries so quickly that you can then work with it straight away, whereas this is a cheaper bookbinding glue and it's nowhere near as great. Okay. Haven't done a very good job of this, have I? Right. Okay, so that's nice and thick, and maybe what I should do here is just distress, and then we're going to add it, whoopsie, sorry, to our album. So basically it's going to stick right there, and that's why I wanted to reinforce it, because it's going to be sticking off the album. Okay. So this is where our pieces are going now. So I've got it positioned as to exactly where it's going to be. I know that on either side of this hinge, I need to stick it down. So I don't need it on the back hinge, I just need it on this join in the front of the hinge. So I'm going to take piece of bread on that side and a piece of bread on this side. Okay, so there's the join. Sorry, I've got to cook it. There's the, like that piece that had this on the other side. Okay, the fold. I've got a piece on either side of the fold. I'm then going to pick this up and I'm going to pop, because of the nature of this, I'm going to pop a piece of tape along the top. And I'm using the thicker tape. Oh. As soon as you stick it, your scissors get sticky with it, it's a struggle to cut. Let's just get rid of that piece. And I'm going all the way around the outside. You will notice that I only use red tape to cut gluey, sticky things. Okay, before I put this on, this color is a little bit gingery. I'm just going to see if I can add a bit more of the dark color. So you obviously will play till you get the right color, the color that you like. You'll see that I'm putting all the excess in the middle. I think that's a better fit than the gingerbread. Just remember to go everywhere that you're sticking this, because you can't come back and do it. I suppose you could. Okay, so I have fixed up the color. No, still I'm that happy with that color. I'm going to open up the album. And I'm going to stick just this top piece down. So I always turn back a little bit of a zip. It's always much harder with this red tape. And I'm going to position it where I want it to be. When I'm happy with it, the position, remember to remove your tape. Then we can come in and remove these two very important pieces. Not too sure what I've done there, so I'll come back and fix that. Going to remove these pieces of tape. Yo, it's sticky, this tape. Yo. Don't let it fall whatever you do, because you still need to apply some glue. This time I'm going to use the art glitter. I'm going to put a little squeeze. Just clear the nozzle. Of course I've left this open at some stage, and of course it doesn't want to come out now. Probably need to give this lid a good old clean. Let's pause the video while I clean it. So I've just taken the whole lid off. I don't normally use as much of the art glitter as this because you don't need it, but sometimes you just have to do what's easy. Okay, so I've applied a really good covering of the glue. I'm going to give it some pressure, stick it down, and then I can crack the spine again. and we have the front cover of our album.